Young. Batting third, number 22, third baseman, senior Aiden Eshelman. Batting fourth, number 21, playing first base, senior Austin Conti. Batting fifth, number 4, designated hitter, junior Bryce Bloom Timmons. Batting sixth, number 7, playing right field, senior Brooks Edwards. Batting seventh, number 9, playing left field, senior Logan Barty. Batting eighth, number 30, catching this evening, sophomore Brady Jacob. Batting ninth, number 8, center fielder, junior Reed Sasser. Hetherington, Young, Eshelman, Conti, Bloom, Timmons, Edwards, Barty, Jacob, Sasser. And on the mound for the Knights will be junior, number 18, Will Bozeman. And now, let's see the starting lineup for the Kinkaid Falcons. Batting first, number 9, playing right field, Thomas Smith. Batting second, number 1, playing shortstop, Cooper Chambers. Batting third, number 6, catching this evening, L.J. Leahy. Batting fourth, number 23, playing first base, Marcus Harris. Batting fifth, number 21, playing center field, Matthew Guyton. Batting sixth, number 3, playing second base, Max Rader. Batting seventh, number 14, playing third base, Tanner Naveen. Batting eighth, number 36, designated hitter, Christopher Carlson. Batting ninth, number 12, left fielder, Charlie Law. Smith, Chambers, Leahy, Harris, Guyton, Rader, Naveen, Carlson, Law. And on the mound, pitcher number 22, Jack Harris. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to the SPC 4A State Championship game. 2 hours late, but we are here. This is the main event tonight. Kinkaid versus Episcopal. And even though Episcopal is the road team, they're playing at their home field by virtue of just happen to be the rotation this year. So Kinkaid coming in, playing in the yellow uniforms tonight, yellow and purple, and Episcopal in the white uniforms with the blue tops. This is the SPC Championships. You know, the SPC consists of 17 of the finest preparatory schools, independent schools in Texas and Oklahoma, the Southwest Preparatory Conference. This is the 4A Championship tonight. I'm David Cannon, along with our producer, Elias Moreno, and our quality assistant, Les Clary, tonight. On the mound for Kinkaid, Jack Paris. He's a UT commit. I've been told he throws in the 90s. We'll see if how much smoke comes off that ball as he's whipping it around. As we get a chance here, I want to take a chance to congratulate the Episcopal girls softball team. They're in the crowd tonight wearing their championship medals as they won their championship this afternoon as well. And I've been told that's what, 8 straight? 8 straight championship. So congratulations to the ladies. And they're here to cheer on the boys to try to win a state championship there. I understand the track team has won a championship as well. So Episcopal, the winning tradition here, going to try to keep it going with the baseball championship tonight. If you're with us earlier, we had a great game in the 3A championship. Country Day from Fort Worth winning in a thriller 8-5. Cooper School from the Woodlands had the bases full with 2 out, down by 3. And a great play by the first baseman ended it in a dramatic fashion. Hopefully we'll get a nice dramatic game today. Again, Episcopal leading off, Tommy Hetherington. The second baseman will lead off, bright neon green shoes. Love those. Love the uniforms. Got a packed house here at Jeff Borg Field right here at the corner of Bissonnet and the West Loop. And we are just about underway. Paris will rock and fire with our first pitch. Outside and low, it's strikeout number 1. We are underway. Glad you could join us here on Vype Sports Live. We're glad to be here tonight bringing you this great championship game as the Episcopal Knights trying to win another one. We've heard that they win every other year, so this is their year. So we'll see if that comes to fruition tonight. Paris shaking off the sign already. Swing and a miss from Hetherington. And he goes down on strike, so Paris puts a K on the board early.
Now batting shortstop, Miles Young.
Miles Young, a Georgia commit. Even though he's a junior, he's already committed to Georgia. So a great player here with the neon pink shoes. So I'm doing color commentary as well. Here's a pitch from Paris outside and low. The great crowd. I mean, just packed house here at Jesborg Field. Glad to have everybody out supporting these young men in this championship game. It's another pitch low and outside. The big right-hander rocks and fires out straight back. Young with a great cut on that one. On deck, A. Nesselman, the third baseman for the Episcopal Knights. That's a jack into left field. It's going to get up in the air. That wind is still swirling. The center fielder, Guyton, went to the right and then back to his left as that wind took it. So there's 2 outs quickly here for Paris and the Kinkaid Falcons. Esselman to come to the plate. Conte will stroll to the on-deck circle, number 21. Esselman, a UTSA commit, actually signed. He's a senior going to the University of Texas San Antonio for the Roadrunner, excuse me. And if you're a UT fan, you're getting a good look at Jack Paris on the mound here. Be a Longhorn next year. Low and outside, ball 1. Just underway here at Jesborg Field, Episcopal High School, the 4A SPC championship game. Low and outside, he'll call that one a strike. Next pitch from Paris. Right down Broadway, strike 2. Paris wheeling and dealing early in this game. Struck out the first batter he faced. Now he's 1-2 on Esselman. Rip left side. Foul down the left field line. So Esselman will stay alive, 1-2. The sun is coming down. We're about a 2-hour delay in this game, so the sun's going to be difficult to deal with for the right fielder. Second baseman and the first baseman on that right side. Esselman fouls it off to the right. I'm told when it gets dark here, the right fielder has a difficult time dealing with some of the buildings across the 610 loop here, as the lights have come on in the buildings, and be a little hard to pick up the ball through the air. So we'll see if we get that late, as we probably will. It's 2 hours behind here. So Paris dealing now 2-2. Next pitch inside, almost hit him. Now he's gone full count. So Esselman, a good eye, working the count back in his favor, 3-2. He'll step out of the box for a second. You get a crowd, just really good. Loud crowd early for the Episcopal Knights. A lot of crowd here for the Kinkaid Falcons, too. They didn't come very far as either. Their campus just off of San Felipe on the west side. That's going to be a ball, and Esselman will take a stroll to first base. Here comes Austin Conte, number 21, the first baseman. He's a senior. He's going to Trinity University. So 1 on for Episcopal here with 2 outs. The wind whipping up pretty good in that 3A championship game, dying down just a little bit as it normally will do at night, but still predominantly from left to right field, sometimes blowing in. But the right fielders in the 3A championship game had a little bit of difficulty with that ball tailing away from them. That one's ripped. Can it get down? It will get, oh, the right fielder comes up with it. I thought that was going to get down as Thomas Smith comes in from right field to take care of it. So first, top of the first is under or gone. We go to the bottom of the first, if I could talk, right here on Vype Sports Live. Welcome back, folks, for a SPC championship game. Thomas Smith will roll to the plate here for Kinkaid. On the mound, Will Bozeman, the junior lefty for Episcopal. First pitch goes in as a strike. Bozeman looks in. Thomas Smith will try to bunt it down the left field line, and We talked about in the first game, 3A championships. It's really tough to get a bunt down with these aluminum bats. Just so much jump off the bat. It's hard to deaden that ball and get it down where you need it to be. So it takes a special skill. I definitely didn't have it when I played. So Bozeman will look in. He'll rock. He'll fire from the left side. That was fouled right side. Thomas takes a good cut at it. So Cooper Chambers will be in the on-deck circle for Kinkaid. And that one's going to be popped up right side. Down the right field line, and Brooks Edwards handles it with ease. So one out.
Next up for the Falcons, shortstop Cooper Chambers.
And Chambers will step to the plate. The shortstop, he's actually signed to Trinity University in the football scholarship next year. So a two-sport guy here. See what he can do in the two-hole and shortstop. Bozeman will look in. Facing the second batter, he'll wheel and fire outside. He'll take that strike. So he starts off Chambers with a strike on the outside corner. Pitching from that left side of the rubber. Cut and fouled straight back. Oh, and 2, the count. Bozeman rocks, he fires, swing and a miss. Struck him out, a big old fist pump from Bozeman on the mound. He liked that pitch. So 2 outs here quickly for Bozeman and the Knights. L.J. Lehue, the catcher, now up to the bat for the Kinkaid Falcons. Marcus Harris steps into the on-deck circle. But Bozeman wants to make him wait to the next inning as he's quickly dispatched the first 2 batters. Outside, ball 1. Inside, this is going to be ball 2, looks like. Bozeman falls behind 2-0 on L.J. Lehue. Outside 3-0. So Lehue being patient at the plate here. Deep into the box and right up to the edge of the line. He's close to the plate. Bozeman will rock and fire. 3-0. Fouled straight back. 3-1. Here's the next pitch. He'll lose him. And if you're hearing a beep in the background, it's the controller for the scoreboard. It's been on and off, and it's beeping like it's on life support now, and maybe the last couple of beeps. And so they're trying to do life support, a little bit of CPR to try to keep it going here. So here comes Marcus Harris, the first baseman for Kinkaid. And the sun already becoming a factor. L.J. Lehue at first with the hand up to try to shield his eyes, to kind of keep an eye on Bozeman there. And the umpire doing the same thing as well. So the sun is becoming a little bit of a factor for the next few minutes until it dips below the horizon, or at least a building to our behind us here. 0-1, Bozeman. Lefty pitcher deals. Big swing and a miss from Harris. Harris swinging for the fences. 0-2. Runner on first for Kinkaid. Bozeman will take a look at him, and he'll go to first. We had at least 3 balks called in the game 1, the SPC 3A championship game. Resulted in 2 different runs scoring. You got to get your footing right as a pitcher to make sure you go the direction you're supposed to go. And Harris, another pop-up. It's going behind us here. Don't know if it made Bissonette or not. Maybe it did. We'll see. Everybody's looking that way. We'll see where it went. We don't know where it went, but it didn't stay in play. Let's put it that way. Harris with a couple of big cuts here. Bozeman trying to put him away here. 0-2. 2 out here in the bottom of the first. He'll go to first again. Trying to keep Lehue honest there at first. Not taking a huge lead. Bozeman will look again. This time he comes home. Lehue's on the move. Jack down the left side.
He doesn't know where it is.
I have no idea where. And it fell out. It fell in play. A ground rule double. Had no idea where that ball went. I didn't even see it either. The ball got up in the air so high. The left fielder, Edwards, couldn't see it. And it bounced over the fence for a ground rule double, so it's 1-0 Kinkaid.
No, he doesn't score. He's only allowed the 2 bases on the ground.
Oh, my mistake. Lehue is at third, and Harris will be at second. So no score yet, but Smider's on second and third. Harris just missed getting that one out of here. A big guy took a big swing. We're talking about the sun being a factor, but that one went to left field and still didn't see it. That got way up in the air. So coming to bat now, Matthew Guyton, the center fielder. The ball gets away, but not far enough. So Harris on second, Lehue on third for Kinkaid. Bozeman working through a little bit of trouble here in the first. He'll wheel, fire, big swing and a miss from Guyton. Comes up empty, 1-1. Bozeman took a little bit off of that, had him out front. Two on, 2 out, bottom of the first. Falcons threatening. And they'll go out to talk about it for a second here, as Brady Jacob will go out and talk to Bozeman for a second. Got their signal straight. They'll go out back at work. Back to work on Guyton here. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss again. Guyton way out in front of that one as well, but swinging for the fences both times. 2 on, 2 out. Bozeman trying to work out of a small jam here in the first. 1-2 the count.
Oh, yeah. No,
Outside, running fastball. Come back with that.
Here's the pitch from Bozeman. High. 2-2 the count. So the shadow is becoming a little bit of an issue now with half the field bathed in shade, the rest of it in the sunshine. Mostly center field and right field. Here's Bozeman to the plate. Inside and low. To the displeasure of the crowd, not exactly agreeing with that call, but 3-2 the count anyway. Bozeman will fire. Swing and a miss from Guyton again. He'll strike him out. So that'll be the end of the first inning. We'll go to the top of the second coming up right here on Vype Sports Live. Back, folks. Top of the second here. Welcome back, top of the second here. Bryce Bloom Timmons leading off this inning for the Episcopal Knights against Jack Paris. Paris cruised through the first inning. Low and outside, they'll give him the strike. Next pitch outside, 1-1. Rip foul to the right side. Can they catch up with it? Great catch down the right field line. I thought that was going to get out. Thomas Smith goes against the fence and makes the catch. Great effort from Thomas Smith, the right fielder. There's like a soft fence down the right field line. He went well into that fence and came up with it. So here's Brooks Edwards. He's also a football commit to the University of Chicago. Going to have to play in some of that cold weather. Swing and a miss. Paris dealing here, taking a little bit off that fastball. But told he's got a fastball up in the 90s. So he's a tough customer on the mound. He'll turn, he'll fire. Fouled off left side. So 0-2. 0-2 the count here on Brooks Edwards. Logan Bartee, the left fielder, is in the on-deck circle for Episcopal. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss way out in front. And Paris will strike him out. The fist pump as he walks around the mound. Bartee comes to the plate now. The left fielder, Brady Jacob, the catcher, will be on the on-deck circle for the Episcopal Knights. A lefty here, Bartee, against the righty Paris. Here's the pitch. Strike one. Paris dealing early here. Big right-hander. That's going to be laced into center field. Center fielder will catch up to it and put it away. Matthew Guyton did a great job getting over there and putting that away, and we're through the top of the second now. We'll take a break, come back for the bottom of the second here on Vype Sports Live.
Leading off for the Falcons second baseman, Max Rader.
Welcome back, folks. We're into the second inning, bottom of the second here. No score yet. In fact, no hits either. Bozeman will deal. Swing and a miss. Max Rader up to the plate, the second baseman for the Kinkaid Falcons. Bozeman will deal inside and low. 1-1. Bozeman worked out a little bit of trouble in the first. Here's the next pitch. Fouled up right side. Didn't see where that one went. Don't know if it made Bissonette, but
Baseball uses it also because it has a toggle switch for home and visitor and a button. You know, it uses the button.
Jessborg Field here sits right on the corner of Bissonette and the West Loop feeder. Literally just right smack dab in the corner. So we've had several foul balls to both sides. That's going to be shot to second baseman. He'll wheel and deal and turn to Conti. Conti will make the out. So Tommy Hetherington swallowed that one up. Easily made the play. 14 Tanner Devine now for Kinkaid Falcons is up to the plate. And Christopher Carlson, the DH, will stroll into the on-deck circle. One out here for Bozeman. That's going to be fouled off the top of the net. Didn't quite make Bissonette. A beautiful facility here at Episcopal High School. I want to thank the staff here for the combination and the help they've given us today. And great people. Swing and a miss. Devine way out in front of that Bozeman changeup. There's the next pitch, high and inside. So now the sun is becoming less of a factor here as it's a little shine off the right field wall, right center. Other than that, it's mostly in the shade as the lights are on here. That'll be popped. Hetherington will go out. The right fielder will come in, Brooks Edwards, and makes the play. So quick 2 outs here.
Now batting designated hitter Christopher Carlson.
Well, the big guy Carlson comes to the plate, the DH, number 36 for the Kinkaid Falcons. The lefty Bozeman will deal. Swing and a miss. Had him out in front. Oh, and 1 the count. Roxy fires outside. Or if I'm going to do my best, Bob Euchre, just a bit outside. So 1-1 the count to Carlson. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss again. He might have got a nick of that one, fouled it back, but either way, it's a strike. 1-2 the count. One and two on Carlson. Inside and high this time. You see a lot of people didn't exactly agree with that call. It did look a little high and inside, but 2-2 the count goes to. 2 outs here quickly for Bozeman and the Knights. Here's the next pitch. That one's high and inside as well. So we go full count, 3-2. Carlson's going to be looking for a good pitch to hit here. Here's the deal from Bozeman. That was ripped into left field. Geit, the center fielder, comes over and picks it off. Center fielder is Reed Sasser. There you go. I should know that. Our PA announcer's son made that play, Reed Sasser in center field. So we'll go to the 3rd inning. No score yet, right here at Vype Sports Live. On to the 3rd inning we go. Brady Jacobs leading off for the Episcopal Knights. No score yet in this game. Both pitchers wheeling and dealing so far. Max Paris for the Kinkaid Falcons. And Bozeman. Will Bozeman for the Episcopal Knights. Paris is 2-0 now. Next pitch to Jacobs, swing and a miss. So it's been a beautiful day for baseball, and we've had some great games today. Swing and a miss from Jacob again. 2-2 the count. And an exciting 3A championship game. Fort Worth Country Day comes out on top 8-5 in that game. But the Dragons from John Cooper School didn't go down without a fight. Next pitch from Paris. Swing and a miss. You'll strike him out. 3 straight swings. 3 straight strikes. As Paris will strike out another here. The lefty, Reed Sasser, the center fielder, will step in now. Hetherington will be in the on-deck circle. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Low and inside. I have to warn you now, if Sasser hits a home run, you'll hear a lot of cheering from the press box. You're not supposed to cheer in the press box, but you'll hear it here for sure. There's a rip down the right field line. Did I just call one? No, almost. It bounces off the wall. He'll slide into second with a double. What, did I call that one or what? Yeah, our PA announcer is Sasser's dad, if you hadn't figured that out by now. So he's tried his best to hold his excitement down, but that was a good rip off of Paris. That almost got out of here, maybe a foot off the top of the wall. Just a little bit more, he would have put that one almost into the softball field across the fence there. So a double from Sasser. Hetherington will come up with 1 on and 1 out. Here's a pitch from Paris. That'll get away. Sasser will scamper to third. As the Knights fans come alive here. So Paris in a little bit of a pickle here with Sasser at third with the double. Sliding to third on the pass ball. 1 out here, Hetherington at the plate. Miles Young will be stepping up to the plate. He's in the on-deck circle. So top of the lineup working here for the Knights. With 1 on. Runner 90 feet away from the first score. Paris will look in. He'll rock, he'll fire. Outside and low. The ball gets away, but not far enough for Sasser to make it the 90 feet home. Great job by the catcher, Lehue, to jump on top of that and not let it get too far away. 1-1 to count. Hetherington will dig in. Chance for an RBI here. Paris will come home. Tries the bunt, misses. I think they had the suicide squeeze on. Sasser with a lot of speed at third. They're trying to bring him home with the bunt.
I was looking at their RPI too. They haven't put it on 15.
The Episcopal crowd rises up here. 2-1 count to Hetherington. Paris will rock and fire. Swing out in front. He just stays alive with the foul tip. I think Paris took a little bit off of that. Had Hetherington out in front.
Come on, Tommy. Come on.
So the reset here, 2-2. 1 out. Runner on third. The Knights threatening to put the first points on the board here. Paris will come home. High ball. 3-2 now the count. Hetherington has worked the count full. Here's the next pitch from Paris. Swing just stays foul. Fouls it just off to the left side.
Oh, that's all Audra has.
Sasser playing double duty as ball boy, coming down to grab that foul ball, flipping it back to the umpire. Retreat back to third base. Reset here, 3-2. Paris comes to the plate. A little bit of traffic here for him. That's oh wow! Right up the middle. And Paris with the huge glove to pick off Sasser as well. Beautiful double play from Paris as they get out of it with nothing. We'll go to the bottom of the third right here on Vype Sports Live.
number 12 outfielder Charlie Long.
Welcome back, folks. A dazzling double play for the pitcher, Paris, stabbing the line drive and picking off Sasser at third. And we're still scoreless here as we go to the bottom of the third. Bozeman deals right out to second base. He'll flip it to first, Conte, and take care of that quickly. Heatherton with another nice play at second base. And quickly, one pitch, one out for the Knights here.
Now batting right fielder Thomas Smith.
So Smith will come to the plate. Right fielder Thomas Smith made a great catch down the right field line earlier, going flat up against the netting down the right side. So we've had a couple of dazzling defensive plays in this game. Here's the next pitch from Bozeman. That's going to be popped up center field. The right fielder will take care of it. So Brooks Edwards in right rolled over, or roamed over, and took care of that. Next up, Cooper Chambers for Kinkaid, the shortstop. And quickly, 2 outs here for Bozeman. Oh, and he just drilled him right in the right, or the left arm. And Chambers in a little bit of pain. That was a tough one to take. So Chambers gets on first, but it's not the way you want to get on first. It's not an easy way to get there, for sure. So L.J. Lehue will come up to bat here. Number 6 for Kinkaid, the catcher. After 2 quick outs, the hit batter, Bozeman will face Lehue with 1 on. He'll snap throw over. Great job by Conte to just pick that one out. The ball was low. Great glove at first base there from Conte. Bozeman will look in. He'll go to first again. This time the ball gets away from Conte. And Chambers will scamper down to second, so runner in scoring position for the Kinkaid Falcons. And Lehue, with 2 outs, has a chance to put, with a hit, a run on the board. Good job by Brady Jacob as well, the catcher, to go out and settle Bozeman down a little bit. A lot of times the catcher is almost like the captain of the ship out there. See their pitcher's struggling one way or another. They're going to go out and talk to him to kind of settle him down a little bit. And that's exactly what Jacob did. So Bozeman now, runner on second. He'll come home. High and outside. 1-0. Sometimes an errant throw like that would kind of shake up a pitcher. You got to settle him down a little bit. So Bozeman, after 2 quick outs, faces a little traffic here. He'll looking back at second. Now he'll come home. The runner will go to third. Chambers seals third. Bozeman looked him back a couple of times. Didn't think he was going to go, but Chambers went and gets to third base. So after getting hit, he gets to second and then gets to third. Now the first run of the game just 90 feet away for L.J. Lehue. Strike. And Bozeman certainly wants to put Lehue away here. Doesn't want to face Marcus Harris with 1 on or 2 on. Harris with a ground rule double last inning. A big guy taking some big cuts. He's a dangerous hitter. Bozeman coming after him here. Pops up right side. That's going to be out of play. Conte took a look at it, but It takes one bounce out onto Bissonette. So another souvenir ball in the gutters over at Bissonette. So they'll reset here, 2-2. Bozeman going to come after Lehue here. Here's the pitch. Right side again, fouled down the right field line. Lehue staying alive. Getting some good cuts at Bozeman here, but fouling the last two off to the right side. Toes right up to the white line for Lehue, deep into the box. Here's a pitch from Bozeman. That was going to be popped up center field. Sasser's going to roll over, and he'll make the catch. And Bozeman gets out of a little bit of trouble. So we'll go to the fourth inning. It's no score still here at Jesborg Field in 4A SPC Championships right here on Vype Sports Live.
Miles Young.
All right, welcome back. So far, no score yet, but we've had some excitement. Both teams had a little bit of traffic, but great defensive plays have yielded no score yet. Episcopal in the top of the fourth here, swing and a miss. Miles Young, the Georgia commit. Spectacular play from Paris in the last inning. Defensively, he got touched on with a double, almost a home run by Sasser. Sasser was on third, got picked off on a double play. Great play from Paris, great glove on the line drive. So we had some great plays here from both these teams so far tonight. Next pitch be fouled back. Paris has been mowing through the lineup pretty much until Sasser hit that double off the wall. Here's the pitch next. What pitch to Young? Aiden Esselman would be on deck for the Episcopal Knights. This is the SPC 4A State Championship. Winner come out on top tonight. Glad you could join us right here at Vype. David Canada with you, along with our producer, Elias Marino. Our quality assistant, Les Clary, tonight. Keeping us looking good and sounding good for you out in Vype Land. Paris quickly at 1-2 count to Miles Young. He'll rock, he'll fire. Young way out in front, he'll strike him out. So one down. Eshelman will store the plate. Conte will be in the on-deck circle for the Knights.
Now batting, third baseman Aiden Eshelman.
Again, Eshelman going to play for the Roadrunners of UTSA next year. So congratulations to him on that scholarship. Rips foul. Looked like it bounced off his foot. That's a hard one to take when you foul the ball off the instep of your foot. That was stinging just a little bit. You see Eshelman tapping his toe, trying to get the feeling back in that left foot. And he'll strap on the gloves. He'll step back in the box. 0-1. Paris will turn and fire. Eshelman with a single up the middle, almost. Shortstop does a great job getting over for Kinkaid. Cooper Chambers made things happen on the offensive part of their inning, but now he makes a great defensive play. Roaming over towards second base and making the out. So 2 quick outs for Kinkaid. And here comes Conte. Bryce Bloom-Timmons steps to the on-deck circle for the Episcopal. First pitch from Paris, down low, ball 1. You see the lights coming up now and taking effect. Beautiful facility here, Jessborg Field at Episcopal High School. Two and 0. Paris comes dealing again. There's a rip single into the gap. Is it going to get all the way to the wall? And it does. Conte wheels around first. He'll be in second with a stand-up double. Rip line drive into the gap in left center. And the Knights got something working here. Bryce Bloom-Timmons now up to the plate.
Now batting, designated hitter Bryce Bloom-Timmons.
Brooks Edwards will step into the on-deck circle. Conte, great piece of hitting off the fastball from Paris. So Conte will take a lead at second. Paris won't even look at him. Now he will. He'll come home. Ball 1. Conte dancing around at second, just daring Paris to wheel and turn. Just trying to distract the pitcher just a little bit. There he is again. Now he's 2-0 as Conte's out there dancing around. Sometimes for a pitcher, it's a little bit difficult to keep your eye on both the runner behind you and the batter in front of you. So Paris will set. He'll take a look at second again. Here he comes home. That's going to be a strike. 2-1 now. Let's count 2-1. 2 outs here. Runner on second for the Knights. Paris dispatched the first 2 batters, but Conte on with a double. Paris rocks and fires, comes home outside. 3-1. Here's the next pitch. The low one outside. He'll walk him. Whoa. That was a low and outside pitch. And Bloom-Timmons thought he had a walk onto first base, and everybody else in the stadium did as well. But the umpires all day long, even in the 3A championship game, calling that low outside pitch. And they'll call it again here. 3-2, the count goes full. Paris will deal. That one's low and outside. Almost the same spot, but they call it a ball this time. So runners at the corners.
Next up for the Knights, right fielder Brooks Edwards.
So Brooks Edwards comes up with runners at the corners. No runs, no score yet in this game. Chance for the Knights to get out on top here. So Paris has a little bit of traffic. Runners at the corners. He'll come home. That was high over the head. Brady Jacob had to duck for his life there. Just a bit high and inside, I believe.
Oh, Brooks. Let's go, Brooks.
Fakes to throw to third, wheels back, fakes to throw to home, or first. A lot of times that's where a balk is called when they do that double fake. Got to have some good footwork out there as a pitcher to make sure you're doing things right. 1-0 the count. Jacob will hit it to the right side. That'll get through. And the first run of the game goes to the Knights. Jacob with a seeing eye single to right. And the Knights are on the board. So they finally get through to Paris.
Now batting, left fielder Logan Marquis.
So Paris cruising in this inning with 2 outs, and the Knights said we're not done yet in this inning. The double and now the single scores a run, 2 on and 2 out here.
Remind me to fix the Kinkaid hits.
The left fielder Logan Barty up to the plate now.
Between innings.
And Lakeview will go out and talk to the pitcher Paris, and then they'll have a meeting at the mound.
You don't even need music. These guys are hyping the whole thing up.
So we went through 3 innings with no score, and the Knights break through with a 1 run here in the top of the 4th. And I said it earlier, but I want to reiterate the congratulations to the Episcopal Knights ladies in their softball championship. Looks like most of them are here in the crowd supporting the baseball players to try to win their own championship here. Big crowd on hand here at Jesborg Field for both sides. Been a lively crowd, as you can hear. 1-0. The Knights on top, 2 on, 2 out. Paris will come to the plate. Inside and low. They call it a strike, though. Marty from the left side. 2 on. 0-1 the count. Paris will come home. That's ripped to right side, but that'll be right to the second baseman, and they'll get out of the inning. So the Episcopal Knights get 1. They go on top 1-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th right here on Vype Sports Live.
Harris.
Back to the bottom of the fourth. Kinkaid will roll Marcus Harris, the big guy, to the plate. The Knights lead 1-0 here in this 4A state championship game. Bozeman will come to the plate. Big swing and a miss. Marcus Harris swinging for the fences. He had a ground rule double last time up. Bozeman's worked out of trouble a little bit here and there. But he's keeping them a little bit off balance. Just underway, bottom of the fourth inning. Episcopal leads 1-0. That one goes down. It looks like a strike, but they called that a ball. 2-1. Harris, a big guy, really tight in the box here. Big swing and a miss, and Bozeman pulled the string on that one. Had him way out in front. Marcus Harris looking for that fastball. Got a little change of pace. Bozeman comes to the plate. Big swing and a miss again. He'll strike him out.
Now batting, center fielder Matthew Vype.
So Bozeman with the strikeout of Harris. First out of the inning. Get a beautiful sunset here now. Didn't expect to see that. Didn't expect to be here this late, but turned out to be a pretty amazing day for baseball here. The SPC Championships at Episcopal High School. Bozeman will come to the plate. That one's ripped into center. Sasser's on his horse. He'll track that down. He'll drop it, though. He had it at first and dropped it. And he knows it, hanging his head out there, but that would look like it had a little tail to it. It might have had a little spin off the bat when it hit the mitt and popped out. So now Max Rader to the plate for Kinkaid. Bozeman, pickoff move. Doesn't get him, but it was close over there at first. Bozeman with a really nifty pickoff move. Raider waiting at home plate. He'll try to pick him off again. Guyton reaching first on the air for the center fielder, Sasser. Hit the ball on the nose, but somehow eluded Sasser in center field. He'll take off for second base, and he'll make it easily on the steal. And Miles Young got over there, tried to apply the tag, and tried to implore to the umpire that he came off the bag and he got the tag, but the umpire did not agree, so Guyton down to second base. Tanner Devine in the on-deck circle for Kinkaid. It's a little bit of trouble here for Bozeman here in the fourth. Runner on second, one out. He'll come to the plate. Outside. And again, the catcher, Brady Jacob, will go out and try to settle him down just a little bit. Jacob doing a great job being the quarterback of this team. Bozeman will look in again. Check the runner at second. He'll step off. And that could have been close to a balk. He did go into the kicking motion, then stepped off. He'll come to the plate this time. Rit foul. That one's going toward Bissonette. Watch out. Luckily, no cars were coming by at that moment. So they'll reset here 2-1. Raider looking to get something to hit here. Bozeman goes out high and outside. That ball almost looked like a pitch out. Again, he'll kick and step off. Trying to get Guyton to lean off that second base just a little too much. He'll come to the home plate this time. That was high again, and he'll walk Raider. So Guyton doing the same thing that Conti was doing, just distracting the pitcher. And Bozeman ends up walking Raider. So Tanner Devine comes on up with 2 on, 1 out for the Kinkaid Falcons. They'll have a small meeting at the mound here. The coach will come out and talk to Bozeman. Don't think they're going to make a change here. Just going to settle him down a little bit. If you're just joining us, it's 1-0 Episcopal. We're in the middle of the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th. Episcopal got their run last inning in the top of the 4th. Kinkaid trying to match him here. 2 on, 1 out. Tanner Devine up here with 2 on. Glad you could join us tonight here on Vype Sports Live. We appreciate you tuning in tonight, wherever you're tuning in from. This is a good one. There's a rip to center field. Sasser going to have a second chance here. He'll get to this one and make the play. Throws it to third. A good throw. Almost gets him. Great throw from Sasser in center. On one hopper, almost got him at third. Guyton tagging up and moving down. And that was a long throw from Sasser deep in center field. So runners at the corners now for Kinkaid with 2 out. And here comes the big guy. Christopher Carlson, number 36, the DH for the Kinkaid Falcons. And I'll come in and talk about it again here. Just a quick little meeting about how they want to attack Carlson. They do have a base open if they want to put him on. Well, Charlie Loeb coming up next. Bozeman, a little bit of traffic here. See if he can work out out of the trouble. He'll come home. That was a pitch out. They throw it back to Bozeman instead of going through to second. And Tanner Devine will take second on the steal. So now they really do have a base open that they want to put Carlson on. Runner on second, Devine. Runner on third, Guyton. They come home to Carlson. That's high off the net. He'll foul it back, 1-1. So Bozeman will go after Carlson here again, 1-1. That was a curveball, looks like. Missed the mark, 2-1.
He didn't finish through it.
2 on, 2 out here for the Kinkaid Falcons. Bozeman comes inside. 3-1. They got a luxury of a little bit of, to be a little bit safe or a little bit careful with Carlson here with the first base open. Certainly don't want to give something Carlson can rip it over the fence or something of that effect. And he goes for the fence, swings and misses. 3-2, the count goes full. Again, Bozeman took a little bit off of that one. That changeup's been working, had the batters out in front all night long. See if he can do it here again with 3-2. 2 runners on, he'll come home. Swing and a miss, he just got a piece of that. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. Again, had him out in front. Bozeman trying to make the right pitch here to get out of trouble with a 1-0 lead here in the 4th. 3-2 count. Here's the next pitch, inside low. They called a strike, wow. And Carlson did not like that call at all. To the delight of the Episcopal fans and the team, they celebrate that strikeout. And we're through 4 here at the SPC 4A Championships right here on Vype Sports Live. Welcome back. We're through 4. Episcopal leads 1-0. Again, if you haven't watched high school baseball, they play 7 innings, so we're about halfway through this one. Episcopal still leading 1-0. 1 run on 3 hits. And so far, the Kinkaid Falcons haven't been able to get on the board. As Paris will take to the mound again. He's working out of trouble a couple of times, including one he worked out by himself with a double play. Next pitch is low and outside. It goes back to the backstop. The catcher, Brady Jacob, for Episcopal at the plate here. Now with a 2-1 count. That one's high, 3-1. Center fielder Reed Sasser and the on-deck circle. He'll get a chance here. The walk to Jacob. Sasser ripped one off the wall in right field last time up. A couple inches from getting out of here.
Typically, he's courtesy running at first base.
He's one of the.
This is Jonah Richard.
He's had some of the best cuts against Paris tonight.
Batting center fielder Reed Sasser.
From the left side, Sasser will. He hits it about 3 feet farther than he did last time. It's a 3-run lead.
Courtesy runner in for the catcher.
So Paris will look in. No outs here in the top of the 5th. He'll come home. A pitch out. Jacob took a big lead off that first base. Good crowd here tonight from both sides. Packed house here at Jessborg Field at Episcopal High School. 1-0 the count. Here's the next pitch to Sasser. Tries to drag the bunt. Misses it. Count's 1-1 now. Jacob takes a big lead off first. They'll throw over. High. 2-1 now. Sasser with a good eye. Working the count in his favor. 2-1. Episcopal leads 1-0. We're in the top of the 5th. Snap throw from Paris. Paris will fire home. That's a strike inside. Sasser did not agree with that. As he buckled at the knees, kind of looked at the umpire and said, really? Okay. We'll keep that note in my head here. 2-2. Jacob takes another lead at first. Not as big as the last time, but swing and a miss from Sasser. And he'll go down on strikes.
Now batting second baseman Tommy Hetherington.
So back to the top of the lineup for the Knights. Hetherington, the second baseman, strolls to the plate here. 1 on. Brady Jacob at first. Paris will look at the runner at first. He'll come home. Outside, and they give a strike again. I have to give the umpires credit. That must be both umpires, the umpire in the 3A championship game and this umpire here in the 4A, both calling that low outside pitch to the right-hander. But they're consistent at it, so that's what their strike zone is. And then low and outside, this time too low. Guyton with a good job scooping that one up off the turf. So 1 on, 1 out here, top of the 5th for the Knights. Paris will snap through again to first. It's going to be a chopper left side. Third baseman will grab it, throw it across, but Jacob will make it to second. So in a sense, that was basically a sacrifice, getting the runner moving another 90 feet. So Miles Young
Shortstop Miles Young
comes up now for the Episcopal Knights with 2 outs. Runner in scoring possession at second. That is Brady Jacob. Paris has worked out of trouble. A little traffic in just about every inning. Knights finally punching through last inning with a 1 run. He'll come home. Big swing from Miles. Young way out in front of that one. Two outs in this inning. 0-1 the count to Miles Young. Here's the next pitch. That's outside too. 1-1 the count to Miles Young. Young's junior, but he's already committed to Georgia. So Georgia's already looking for good players, and they found one here in Miles Young. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss again. Of course, Miles Young will be the SEC in Georgia. And our pitcher Paris will be UT commit, so they may match up in college down the line in a few years. Here's the next pitch from Paris. Swing and a miss again. He'll strike him out. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th, 1-0 Episcopal right here on Vype Sports Live.
All for the Falcons left fielder, Charlie Long.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th here. Kinkaid still not on the board. Bozeman's kept him blank. So Lob will foul the first one back. The left fielder, Charlie Lob, for Kinkaid. Lefty on lefty here. And Bozeman will come home. Yeah, there's having a big, huge party across the street here. You might hear the music. It's not being played in the stadium. I'll guarantee you that. We got a band across the street or something.
Good play, good play.
That White House live band. Championship game. Gotta get them in sync with their in-between innings.
So 1-2 count on Lob. Bozeman will wheel, fire outside. Try to get him to go fish on that one. We're in the bottom of the 5th here. Episcopal leading 1-0. Getting down to crunch time here. Next pitch took a little string off of it.
Good pitch.
They'll call it a ball. Lob will step out. Next pitch, but lob is way up in the sky. That'll be taken easily. Third baseman roams over there, Aiden Eshelman. So one out here in the bottom of the fifth. So back to the top of the lineup. Thomas Smith for Kinkaid. Pitch is outside, strike. Again, that outside low pitch they're calling. As the next pitch is so they either got a band, live band across the street, or somebody's just practicing their drumming. So we haven't heard any lyrics or anything else besides just drumming, but it is quite loud from across the street. Swing and a miss from Smith, 1-2. Next pitch from Bozeman, inside and low. 2-2 the count. It's kind of an odd situation here with Episcopal playing on their home field, but they are the away team. Just they rotate fields for the SPC championships every year or every 2 years. And just happened to be they got to the championship game on the year that they are home. That's a rip to right center. Right fielder roams back to the warning track. He kept rolling back, and finally Brooks Edwards puts it in the mitt just as he takes a step on the warning track. So that ball got up there and kind of flew a lot farther than we thought it was going to. So 2 outs here. The second out sort of loud for Bozeman. Now Cooper Chambers, he's up this time. He got hit by a pitch last time. Stole a base, actually stole 2 bases. Ended up on third. But the Falcons couldn't get him home. Two outs here, bottom of the fifth. Been a pitcher's duel here tonight. Bozeman versus Paris. Swing and a miss. Cooper Chambers comes up empty. 1-1 the count here with 2 out in the fifth. Next pitch from Bozeman, fouled off to the right side. Chambers a good cut there. 1-2 the count. Bozeman will rock. He'll fire. Fouled again. Right side up on the Bissonette. So a reset here. 1-2. Inside pitch. Chambers will take that one, 2-2. Three and two. You hear the crowd. They certainly wanted that call. So the count goes full. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Bozeman keeping them off balance so far. Kept them off the scoreboard as well. Swing and a miss. He'll strike him out. Big fist pump from Bozeman. And we'll go to the 6th. Episcopal leading 1-0 here on Vype Sports Live.
Leading off for the Knights, third baseman Aiden Eshelman.
Welcome back. On to the 6th we go. Crunch time coming down here. 6th and 7th inning coming up. They only play 7. Unless we're tied, we keep on moving after that. We got to find a winner. But for now, it's Episcopal having the lead 1-0. Eshelman strides to the plate here for the Knights. Paris still on the mound for Kinkaid. Worked out of trouble a couple of times, but did yield a run back in the 4th inning. Ripped down to the third baseman. He'll scoop, fire across the mound. It gets him just barely. Tanner Devine with that scoop and throw. And Conti comes up now. He had a double left center last time up. Here's the pitch from Paris. Low and outside. Ball. They didn't call that a strike, but here's the next pitch. That's a strike. 1-1 the count from Paris. There's a rip. Thought he almost got that one in the gap again. Conte just a little bit, missed it by just a bit. So 2 outs here quickly for the Knights. Bryce Bloom-Timmons up now for the Knights. Brooks Edwards, the right fielder, will be on the on-deck circle. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Inside, they'll call that a strike. So next pitch from Paris. Rip foul down the left field line and onto the feeder road. Onto the on-ramp. And it continues to roll down the freeway.
Let's go.
So good rip there by Bloom Simmons. Swing and a miss this time. And he'll go down on strikes. And we go to the bottom of the sixth here. 1-0's the lead. Episcopal in the lead here at Vype Sports Live.
Leading off for the Falcons, catcher L.J. Leahy.
So here we go to the bottom of the sixth. Crunch time here. Kinkaid down 1-0. L.J. Leahy will lead off the catcher for the Falcons. The dangerous hitter, Marcus Harris, will step into the on-deck circle. Bozeman has handled Harris most of the night, keeping him off balance a little bit. He's done a great job against this Falcon lineup. So 1-1 the count. Just joining us, we're glad you have us here at the 4A SPC State Championship game. Rips into left field. Leahy with a single to left, and they've got a runner on. And here comes Marcus Harris, the big guy, the first baseman for this Kinkaid Falcon team. And they'll come out and talk to Bozeman. It's their strategy meeting. Are they going to take the ball from him? And Bozeman's night will be done. So as they make the pitching change, we'll go ahead and take a break here as well. You got the SPC 4A Championship right here on Vype Sports Live.
down. Brooks Allen is warming up right now. And then Preston just went out. So he's now going up.
Is that your guy you're talking about?
Yeah.
They may have him on layaway.
Yeah.
They're bringing in a tough spot, huh?
Yeah.
Welcome back. The pitching change has been made. The line on Bozeman, 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Great job by Bozeman, the lefty, against this tough Kinkaid lineup. New pitcher, Marco Quintanilla, comes in. He's got 1 runner on. He's got to face the big guy in Marcus Harris. So tough spot for him as well. 1-0 to score. Episcopal on top here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch from Quintanilla. A low one outside, ball 1. He'll come home again outside. 2-0. Late in the game, you really don't want to give the big guy anything he can handle, anything to get the arms stretched out on. You want to treat him with kid gloves here with a 1-0 lead. He'll come inside this time, and that's ball 3. That looked like a strike. You hear the crowd agreed with that. No outs here. Bottom of the 6th inning. That one's going to be a strike low and outside as Harris is about to unstrap the protective gear and walk to first. He did not agree with that outside pitch, but to the umpire's credit, they've been calling that all night long. 3-1 now the count. Quintanilla comes home. That one's going to be a walk. Now Marcus Harris goes to first. So the Falcons with a little threat here, 2 on with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Marcus Harris is a big guy. You can see him swinging for the fences all night long with only a scant 1-run lead. You wanted to treat him pretty carefully in that situation. He couldn't even fault them for just putting him on directly in that situation as well. So Matthew Guyton, who's caused a little bit of action on the base pass tonight, he'll come up now, the center fielder for the Kinkaid Falcons. Fouled straight back. The Knights expecting a bunt from Guyton. As they'll come over and talk to Quintanilla again about what they want to do here. Ashelman will come over and kind of whisper in his ear. Guyton on second for the Kinkaid Falcons. Or excuse me, Jay Lehue on second. Guyton's at the plate. Max Rader's in the on-deck circle for Kinkaid. Again, they'll spin the defenders. That ball is low. Infielders rotating as if they're expecting that bunt to come. Quintanilla will check the runner at second. He'll come home. That's high. And once again, Brady Jacob, the catcher, will go out and talk to Quintanilla. Got to settle him down. The coach will come out as well. Quintanilla came in at a tough spot there, having to face Marcus Harris. Ended up losing him on a 3-2 count, walked him. And that's going to be all for Quintanilla. And he'll take the walk as well. We'll have a new pitcher coming up here in the 6th. It's getting interesting here with 2 on and no outs here for Kinkaid. We'll take a break here as they make a pitching change here on Vype Sports Live. So the pitching change has been completed. Now pitching for Episcopal, Brooks Allen. No outs here for Kinkaid. LJ Guyton out at second. Marcus Harris at first. Excuse me, LJ Lehue. Guyton's at the plate. As they'll spin again, expecting that bunt to come. As both Eshelman and Conte will rush home plate expecting that bunt and try to make that double play if it comes. 2-1 count. Brooks Allen, the pitcher. 2-2. First pitch is strike from him. The 3A championship came down to the last out. And looks like we're going down to the wire here in the 4A championship. 1-0 Episcopal leads. Allen comes to the plate. 3-2. Full count. On the center fielder, Matthew Guyton. Max Rader at the on-deck circle. Here comes Brooks Allen again. Is out fouled off to the right side. Good cut from Guyton. We appreciate everyone who stuck around all day long. We had a little bit of a delay getting both games on, but they have been both great games. And he loses them on a 3-2 pitch. The bases are now full. Here comes Max Rader with the bases full, nobody out. So a big moment here for the Kinkaid Falcons, trailing 1-0 here in the 6th. The infielders will come in and talk to the pitcher, Brooks Allen. He comes in, inherited a 2-1 count. Ends up walking. The first batter he faces is Guyton. Here's Max Rader. Tanner Devine steps to the on-deck circle now. And behind him is the big guy, Christopher Carlson, the DH. So you really don't want him to come up with ducks on the pond, so to speak. First pitch, 1-0. Brooks Allen coming in a tough spot here for Episcopal. As Coach Fox for Episcopal will come out and talk to the head umpire, the home plate umpire. Now he'll walk to the mound. He's already made one pitching change this inning. In fact, he's made two. One from Bozeman to Quintanilla, and Quintanilla to Brooks Allen. Pretty sure this is just a visit just to calm Mr. Allen down. Bases loaded now. Tough spot to be in. Definitely in a jam here with no outs. Bases loaded. Bottom of the sixth. And just a reminder, we only play 7. So if you're talking about MLB baseball, we're in the 8th. And this is crunch time. So Raider with a good chance to be a hero here for the Falcons. Brooks Allen comes home, low and outside. He's having a hard time finding the target here. No place to Max Raider. Bases are loaded. Pitch down Broadway, but low. 2-0. Correct, 3-0. So Raider, I'm sure, just going to take this pitch. And he does, and a strike on the outside corner. So 3-1. Allen finding the target there. He'll come home again, outside and low, and we are tied 1-1. Walks in the tying run as L.J. Leahy will cross the plate and tie this up at 1. And now here comes Coach Fox again, and I'm sure this is the second mound visit for Allen as he'll take the ball from him and we'll take another pitching change. This will be the third pitching change this inning for Episcopal. We'll take a break. We'll come on back here on Vype Sports Live. So the fourth pitcher of the inning for Episcopal, Hardy Johnston on the mound, a lefty. Just watching him warm up, he's got a funky delivery, a little bit of a delay in the delivery. They say he'll drop down sidearm sometimes, try to keep these guys a little off balance. You see the delay there. First pitch outside and low. So the Falcons have forced a tie here, 1-1. And in a pickle for the Knights here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Johnson will check the runner at third. That's Marcus Harris. It's Tanner Devine at the plate now for Kinkaid.
But as long as he's not shaking it, it's fine.
So umpire's got a timeout here. Seen that the last couple of days when it was always due to rain or lightning, but I don't have that threat tonight. Nobody seems to know what the umpires are chatting about. Coach for Episcopal. And they talk for a long time, and they call a balk. That's going to bring another run in. 2-1. The umpires, I don't think I've ever seen the umpires convene for such a long time to make a call like a balk. And nobody really knew what they were talking about. They talked for about 2 or 3 minutes. Coach Fox came out for Episcopal, and they waved him back. Didn't want his input. And now they're getting plenty of input from him because certainly didn't agree with that call. So now Kinkaid is up 2-1.
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I did see the umpire reach out and say somebody was gone. So the shortstop, Miles Young, has been tossed from the game. I would assume he just said something the umpire didn't agree on. So Hetherington will go to short.
Jonah Rocha to second base.
And Rocha to second base. So a little bit of controversy here in the 6th inning. And with a balk call, it's usually not the home plate umpire's decision or call to make. It's usually the second base umpire or one of the umpires in the field to make a call like that. But I don't think I've ever seen a balk call after a long conversation either. So it's a little bit of controversy here late in this game. 6th inning, bottom of the 6th, 2-1 is our score. And still the bases, 2 men on base, nobody out here for Kinkaid. Here's the next pitch. So we had a balk called, and the shortstop for Episcopal, Miles Young, tossed from the game. During all that delay, so it's a little bit difficult to figure out what happened during that. The next pitch, swing and a miss. Naveen goes fishing. Well, either way, Hardy Johnston is still on the mound for Episcopal. Trying to get him out of this jam here, 2-1. Second run scored on a balk call with the bases loaded. We saw that twice in the 3A game.
They can look for it again unless his setup was a ball.
So 1-2 the count. Johnson from the left side facing Naveen here. That's rip foul, right side.
I mean, unless there was something that was clearly
They're still trying to figure out exactly what happened. Probably won't ever really know what happened during that, but a long conversation from the umpires, and finally their decision was to make a balk call, which resulted in a run scored. So Episcopal led the entire game 1-0, now trailing 2-1 in the bottom of the sixth. Outside pitch. Naveen lets that one fly 2-2.
it's something he was it had to be done. You said that.
Yeah, I know where it's at.
Here's the next pitch from Johnston. Swing and a miss. Naveen goes down. There's the first out. But now with one out, they've got to face the big guy, Christopher Carlson. Kinkaid has a couple of big guys. Marcus Harris and Christopher Carlson. Guys that when you just look at them, you know they got a lot of power. You got to really be careful around these guys. It's already 2-1. With a bad pitch, it could be 5-1 in a heartbeat. And oddly enough, the big guy Carlson, and I'm not judging, it doesn't look like he's fleet on his, a very fast runner, but he's going to try to lay down a bunt. We'll have another meeting on the mound. They're just trying to get the signal straight among the infielders here. So we had a lot of drama in the 3A championship game earlier. And drama here again in the 4A championship, coming down to the wire. Johnson holding that ball low. Getting that signal. 2 on for Kinkaid. 1 out now here in the 6th. Rip foul to the right side. Carlson had a good rip on that one. So 0-2 on the count. Johnson's going to try to shut down Carlson here. Charlie Lobb will be next. In the on-deck circle for Kinkaid. Here's the next pitch. Foul to the right side again. Carlson's been late on these, so Johnston keeping him off balance just a bit. A lot of times you get a pitcher with a hesitation in their windup. It does mess with the timing of the hitter for sure. So it may look funky, but it's very effective at times. 0-2 the count. 1 out here. Bottom of the 6th, 2 runs already in. That pitch is outside. 1-2 the count. Two runners on, bottom of the 6th. 2 runs already in. Only 1 out. Hardy Johnston on the mound trying to get out of the jam here. He's got his hands full with the big DH in Carlson. That was ripped up the middle. That's going to score 1. Here comes another run. That'll score 2. Safe. And Carlson will scamper on to second. Makes a big turn at second. Here goes a throw out to center field over the second baseman's head. And it is 4-1 Kinkaid. So Carlson, a single up the middle, run, scores 2. So Charlie Lobb comes up now with just 1 on. Carlson at second. And now Kinkaid has a 3-run lead. And now the pinch runner come in for Carlson. Carlson, a lot of congrats from all his teammates there as he goes to the dugout with that big, important 2-run single. So Lobb will come to the plate, 1 on, 1 out here. Bottom of the 6th, 4 runs in for Kinkaid. Their offense has been kept quiet all night long. Bo's been doing a great job pitching to Jim, striking out 5. And now they've scored 4 runs here in this inning. Hardy Johnson being the 4th pitcher of this inning. Lefty on lefty here. Here's the pitch. Straight down the middle, a little bit high. They'll call a ball. 1-0. Here's the next pitch from Johnston. Rip foul left side. And again, the pitchers, or the batters seem to be a little bit behind on Johnston. And it can be because that funky delivery. Hitting is all about timing, and you have a hard time getting the timing on the pitcher. It's hard to get the barrel on the bat, or the barrel on the ball. Obviously, you get a barrel on the bat, but swing and a miss from Loeb. That time he took a string, pulled it, and got the changeup to go over the plate. Swing and a miss, so 1-2 now. That one's ripped foul right side. This time he out ahead of it. Like that Johnson threw the changeup again. Bottom of the 6th. They only play 7 here, so the Knights trying to alleviate the damage here. They're down by 3 now. They need 3 runs in the top of the 7th to keep it alive. If they can keep it right here at 3. Still only 1 out, 1 on. Charlie Lobb up here now in the top of the lineup, looming right around the corner for the Falcons. A 3A championship won by the Country Day Falcons. Kinkaid Falcons trying to make it a Falcon double here. Here's the pitch from Johnson, outside low. Ball gets away, but not too far. All right, not far enough at least for the runner to escape to third. 3-2 the count now. Thomas Smith, the leadoff hitter for Kinkaid, the right fielder up next. Got the out at third. So there's 2 outs now. As Smith will come up. So good job by Johnston keeping the hitters off balance just enough. If they can get out of this jam, they'll only trail by 3. Top of the 7th coming up. Outside. Thomas Smith at bat now for Kinkaid. That one's right down Broadway, strike 1. A 1-1 on the count. Here's the next pitch. That was ripped into center field. Sasser on his horse way back. Goes right just before the warning track. He'll get it. And they alleviated some of the damage, but they will trail by 3 going to the top of the 7th right here on Vype Sports Live.
Leading off for the Knights, right fielder Brooks Edwards.
So here we go, 7th inning. Jack Paris will come back out on the mound. He's gone the entire way for the Kinkaid Falcons. Brooks Edwards will lead off. Logan Barty behind him, and then Brady Jacob. Here's the first pitch from Paris. Low and outside, they call it a ball. So here we are, crunch time now. Episcopal needs 3 runs here to keep it alive. Rips a deep center. That's actually way up in the air. That's going to be caught for the first out. So the second baseman, Raider, will make the first out. Here comes the left fielder, Logan Barty.
Michael Chin's going to be pinch hitting for Brady Jacob.
Who?
Michael Chin is on deck.
So we have a replace Michael Chin now at the on-deck circle. He'll bat for Brady Jacob. Barty batting with 1 out here, trailing by 3. The last inning, 7th inning here. These two teams have a history of playing each other in big moments. And here's another one right here. The 3A championship came down to the wire, trailing by 3 with the bases loaded. See if Episcopal could do it here. 1 out already. Here's the next pitch from Paris. 3-1. So good eye by Barty, working the count in his favor here. Here's the next pitch. Rip foul left side. He got a great cut on that one. Runs the count full, 3-2. Next pitch from Paris. Swing and a miss. He'll strike him out. So the Episcopal Knights down to their last out here. Down 4-1 with 2 outs. The Mike Chin will stroll to the plate first at bat tonight. Tough spot to be in. Coach says you're coming in, and coming in with 2 outs, your team down by 3. Maybe he can put a little spark in the night. Paris has done a great job tonight keeping them off balance, yielding only 1 run to this Knights team. He's gotten the entire way. The UT commit. Pitch high and inside, a little chin music. And I didn't mean that literally. I just said that. Didn't. And that was even higher, and Chin looks out at him and says, yeah, I got you. I know what you're trying to do. Trying to intimidate me a little bit here. He's still jacking at him a little bit here. Paris trying to intimidate Chin, coming in for the first time, and Chin just trying to brush it off. Next pitch from Paris. Rip right side. Is that playable? It's off to the right side. Not in play. And Thomas Smith made a great play down there earlier, up against the fence or up against the netting down there, but that one's a little bit farther out of reach. So they'll reset here, 2-1 to Chin. Paris, big deep breath. Here's the next pitch outside. We work the count to 3-1. Here's the next pitch from Paris. And he'll walk him. He'll lose him on a 3-2 count. So Chin doesn't take the intimidation and gets to first base. Here comes Sasser. Sasser just missed a home run earlier.
Now batting center fielder, Reed Sasser.
Sasser took a Paris fastball almost out of here into the bullpen in right field. His first time up. 1 on, 2 outs here. Top of the 7th. They need 3 runs here to keep it alive. Rip foul right against the net. Good cut. After Sasser goes back to the top of the lineup with Hedrington. Inside. So Sasser can somehow find his way on the top of the lineup. Looming large against Paris here for the Episcopal Knights. Down to their last out. Paris will come home again. Inside again. 2-1. Try to jam Sasser inside here. Next pitch from Paris. High. Good eye from Sasser. Works the count to 3-1. So Chin on first with a walk. Sasser works the count to his favor at 3-1. 2 outs here. Top of the 7th. Final out. Working. And that was going to go straight back to Bissonette. So Sasser with a couple of good cuts against Paris. 3-2 full count. As the crowd comes to their life here. Paris will rock and fire. Chin on the move. That's going to be popped straight up. The catcher has room for it. He'll catch it. And we are over. We are done. Congratulations to the Kinkaid Falcons to make it a Falcon double-double today as they make a dog pile right there past home plate. So a great game. Final score 4-1. The Kinkaid Falcons, your SPC 4A state champions. Congratulations. Of course, congratulations to Episcopal Knights as well for the runner-up position. It is SPC 4A championship tonight.